So Howard Webb is leading the defence of the PGMOL for that non-penalty given at Newcastle for Arsenal. Let's get into it. Right, so getting right into it, what Howard Webb initially says is that there's no contact made by Nick Pope on Gyökeres. What do you call that then, mate? The other thing that Howard Webb says is that VAR is only there to intervene when it's a clear and obvious error. Cool. All right, cool. But please explain to me why Jared Gillett was at the screen for so long and it took 8 replays and also NBC basically telling us that he was coached by VAR into reversing the decision. Was it that clear and obvious that he made an error, that all of that had to happen? This is why I love football fans, right? And particularly our fan base, the Arsenal fan base, because we've found also that you're contradicting yourself, mate. Because what he says about this situation is that Pope's made a natural play for the ball, and that's another reason, adding to the fact that he can't see the contact. Yeah, that basically the natural play for the ball makes it a non-penalty situation. But football fans are the best, right? Because you found the clip, you found the exact example where the contradiction is blatant. In this instance, it's back when João Pedro last season against Bournemouth gets a bit of a headbutt from Saliba. Saliba is making a natural play for the ball, right? That should, in essence, by the logic we're hearing now, mean that nothing should happen to him. Except when Howard Webb last season was on this very show, the propaganda piece, he was there saying, doesn't matter that he made a natural play for the ball. He's made contact with the player and that's enough. And that was enough for him to get the red card in that game. This is where the PGMOL is exposing itself for a not fit for purpose body, in my opinion. Because essentially, you have officials that are making errors on the pitch or in VAR. And then what happens is the game is being rewritten, or the laws of the game are being rewritten on these shows in order to justify those decisions and actions by these officials. Then it's left to us football fans to call it out, and then the tribalism is an issue because everyone just piles in. And there's no overreaching governing body for the PGMOL to make sure that they are keeping to a high standard in terms of officiating at the highest level of the game. Just be prepared for more of this while the PGMOL are allowed to operate in the way that it's allowed to operate. Look, these are just my opinions, and football is nothing but opinions. I want to know what yours are on this whole matter and the PGMOL right there in the comments.